So welcome to the third of our series of map sewer videos where we're creating a fictional catchment in the Derby area. So in the first video we created these multicolored polygons, so they're the representations of the subcatchments. And in the second video we created the pumping stations, which are these yellow icons, and when we create those we automatically create these sewer nodes as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a couple of manual sewer nodes, and then we're going to connect those sewer nodes to create the sewer geometries, and then we're going to connect those sewer nodes to the pumping stations to create the flow geometry. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm just going to highlight and take off the sewer catchment layer. So I'm going to create those nodes. Go down into Admin Tools, create geometry. I'm going to create we're going to put one round about here. So my first location that's Church Lane. So I'm going to call this Church Lane A. So that's my location, and we're going to connect it about there. So we're going to add that as a node. Oh, sorry, better select geometry type, which is a sewer node geometry type. And then we're going to create another one, which is the final STW. And we're going to put that down here. And that's that one created. So actually I'm going to, so we can now get those sewer catchments again, just to make sure they're there. So we've created two nodes manually, and if we go into the client we can refresh those nodes and we can see that those are the two that we've just created. So what we now want to do is we're going to join these sewer nodes together to create the sewer geometry. So I'm just going to get rid of that bottom frame, we don't need that. And so so we can come down into this specific geometry mods. So if we just connect that's our source, we change it to take the nodes off and we connect it to that pumping station. What we can then do is we can create, you can see there's a line here. Now if I can just click that around the map to create a representation. So this is a representation of the sewer. It doesn't really matter what distance it is, it's purely a representation. So we just saw that we had a message to say that that was updated. And then we can also set the queue in. So what that's done is now connected that sewer node into that pumping station. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go and do all the other ones quickly, so we can move on. So just take that off, connect that pumping station. So that's my points updated, and then we're going to connect. That's that updated. Put the nodes back on again. That node into that pumping station. Top of the node. Create those, and also create the flow connections, and then we've got a couple of nodes to create. So you can see the sewer geometries are in place. So now we're going to create that node to that geometry. Toggle that, set that, and update it. And we're also going to do that node into that node as well, and set it, so that's added. And then we're going to connect that node into that pumping station, set that, and set that, update that, and then finally we're going to go from that node into that node. Set that and update the destination. So what we've done now, we've created a geometry. So these blue lines represent, representations of the sewer geometry. What we're going to do in the next video is we're actually going to download all this data again into Excel, into a CSV file, where we can manually add the sewer geometries, so the lengths, the diameters, and the gradients. And so if we come back into our client, we can see if we go into Westbourne Park that this is where the geometries are added. And then if I go into Church Lane, so we can see now that in QIN we actually have both of the two sewer nodes that were feeding each other. They're semicolon separated, and what Map will be doing now is creating the calculations to process all that data together. So what we've done is we've created a network connection, we've created two nodes, we've created the network connections together, and we've then connected the flow connection so that we have a dynamic sewer network now, which is recalculating and reprocessing. So thank you very much for listening. Bye.